Yo, what's up, guys? Hope y'all are doing well. Let me check the sound. All right, we'll do it like that. And like that. Cool. Alrighty, let's get started. So these trades, I'm gonna show 6 trades. They were all from yesterday, Thursday. Thursday was a really good day for me. I felt like everything was kind of coming together exactly how I wanted. So I'm not usually taking 6 trades a day, but when I do, it's probably the day I'm gonna pick to show for trades for the breakdowns. So yeah, I'll just get started with this, and then I'll kind of explain as we go. It's only 8 minutes long. I practiced explaining it, so I don't have to pause too much, but we'll see how that goes. Yeah, who am I kidding? I'm just gonna pause at the beginning of each one. So New York has just opened a few minutes ago, and as a lot of y'all know, one of the first setups that I look for is an IB sweep. So what we've done here on the top right, you can see the 5-minute chart here, and now we have pushed above the high. So I'm looking to see if we basically fail to hold the high here and drop below. I also see that the way that price is moving, the way that price was moving as it made that new high here was very corrective. It was all contained in this channel here. So I know it doesn't look as much like it on the 1 minute, but on the range chart, it looked very corrective to me. So yeah, the setup that I would look for basically is, well, the momentum right now is going like this. It's traveling upwards through this channel. What I need to see to feel confident about a short would be to see a momentum shift. So step 1 for the momentum shift would be breaking that channel. Right, so I just have it pulled from the low up to this last low here, up to the high. We're starting to lose it. Now, right about now, hold on. I thought I missed it. And I was pretty disappointed because I was waiting for exactly that. And I thought I missed the trade right there. That would have been perfectly fine for me to take that short right there. It just, price started moving really quickly before I could even really think. And then I had this local scalp pull on here. So what have we done? We have swept the IB high. The 5-minute closed. It closed right at it, but I mean, like, maybe it's a little bit above, but it basically closed back underneath it, okay, on the 5-minute. So that was the first thing I was looking for. Second thing I was looking for is the channel break, this corrective channel break, all right? And then now the third thing I'm looking for very locally is a scalp pull that's getting respected. So right here, I've got a scalp pull from this momentum pivot here that broke the local market structure here. So it's a good pull. It got respect on a kickback preload and then got respect on the 3-4 here and here a bit. Now, because this one respected it and this one front ran the golden pocket, that actually gives me even more reason, as long as this kickback holds, for me to think that we'll come down to these, deeper targets here. All right. So I had a few different time frames of confluence here. The other thing on the highest time frame here, on the top left, on the 30-minute, we reacted from the 3-4 of this pull, and then we rejected from the kickback. Because the most recent fib levels that we rejected from this pull was this kickback here, I would, probability wise, I would assume that we need to come down to hit one of the next fib levels here, at least as an SR flip. And at the moment, we haven't even come and back tested that 178 yet. So because we rejected from here, I would want price to at least, at the very minimum, come down to this 178. And we haven't done that yet. So my bias for the moment is there's a lot of reason to look for a short here. All right. So popped up into that local kickback, and then it just came straight down super fast. I didn't get the most amazing entry. Ideally, I would have gotten an entry right around here after I saw two of these red candles in a row off this back test. It was just really quick, and but yeah, I just reacted. I mean, yeah, everything was on my side. Everything was happening exactly how I wanted. So I just, even though it was a little bit late, but what can you do when it's moving fast? So yeah, so I still decided to get in there. This is I sped everything up by about 2 times, so should be a little quicker. All right, so basically just trying to take profit around the IB middle here, which is my $20 move. It retraced one more time, but it eventually did come and get me there, so it's really nice. All right, hope y'all understood everything from that one. All right, so trade number 2. Here I go pausing again. Trade number 2, we've got an acceleration channel coming down here, and you can see it's impulsing very hard on the 1 minute. Like I had to zoom out like crazy because of how hard it was impulsing. And yeah, you can see it on all the time frames, 5 minute, 30 minute. It's impulsing very hard. However, we've got good fibs here. This scalp pull, the same one I had earlier, that got a great reaction from the 3-4, great reaction from the kickback. Now we're at the 706 to 832 area. So this is another area where I'd expect the bears who invested short into this move here and this move here, an area where they would be looking to take profit, and then I can scalp long off of their take profits, right? That's the idea here. I've got a momentum pull here and here too on the 5 and 1 minute, but yeah, we're not really respecting that first set of targets here. So that's kind of one reason why I'm kind of iffy on it. Because if it's not respecting the first set of targets, then it's probably going to the second set of targets. But I have a high time frame 706 here, and we also have the IB2, the IB -2. And then what I'm seeing here off this acceleration channel, we broke it. So the momentum coming down from this acceleration channel is now broken. Momentum is shifting. And now I can potentially look for a long as I have the right setup. So where is the momentum right now? Well, that's why I drew this new channel here off of basically the price action that started shifting the momentum away from just straight down. That was, this new channel right here. So I've got that for now. And when price breaks out of it, that tells me that momentum shift move is over as well. So this move is over now. Now, for a corrective type of channel like I have right here, when that channel is broken like it is here, one of two things are going to happen. Like I said, the move of that channel is over and the momentum is shifting. However, there could be two things. It could happen in two different ways. One, we get another impulse down. So just because it broke up the top of this channel, it doesn't mean the price is immediately going to start going higher. It could just mean this corrective move is over and then we're going to get another impulse leg down. So I'm looking for one of two things. Either it's going to drop down and do that and start another impulse leg. In that case, I would not expect the channel bottom to really be... Basically, if we come through the bottom of the channel, then I'm deleting that channel and I'm gonna have a I'm gonna have a bias that we're getting another impulse leg down. But if we break out to the top of it again, then I'm gonna be interested in a long, because that would take away the potential, the way that I see it, for us to be getting another impulse leg down right now. I hope that makes sense. So one of two, I'm looking for one of two scenarios. One, it's going to break down the lower, and I'm gonna have to look for lower, perhaps at these targets lower, that'll match up with this higher time frame channel bottom and the -1 around here. Or we break out of this channel again, and then I'm going to be able to scalp long that up. Those are the two scenarios. But I'm just waiting here. I can't long too early because of that first scenario where we start another impulsive leg down. So I'm just waiting this out for now. Looking for some fibs that might help me out locally, get an entry. All right, we broke out of it again. Exactly what I want to see. And that was such a fast move there. But as soon as it dropped into it again and then popped out of it, that's immediately when I wanted to enter. So locally, everything that I said before, and then locally we had the 3-4 to kick back test of that channel one more time, pop back out of it quickly. Literally picture perfect. Exactly what my ideal trade would have been, like a million times out of a million. Also, if you notice there, the bullish CVD just went nutso. It went absolutely nutso there. So it's like, just give me more things that I want to see. I don't even need to see all of that, but it's just giving me even more things that I want to see. That's why when that happened, again, I mean, I would have liked to have a little bit more time to think about it, but when I saw that, I was like immediately in, literally not even thinking about it. And yeah, just a really quick and easy $20 move for $800. All right, we already watched that, but let's go. Trade number 3. So what do we have here? All right, so we're coming down to the momentum pull targets that I thought we probably would, since we didn't respect these ones. And now we're coming down to this higher time frame channel bottom. So if this moved down on the 30-minute, if this is a corrective move down, then a reaction off the channel bottom is something that we'd probably expect. So really good confluence with the -1 of this respected scalp pull as well. Respect 3-4, kickback down to the target of this scalp pull, which is the -1. So really nice confluence. We got, the channel, this pull, we have this pull. So we have multiple time frames of confluence going on. But of course, like always, I don't want to be on the wrong side of momentum. And right now, locally, we see momentum is down. We have an acceleration channel down here. I don't want to long until the momentum starts to shift, right? So we break out of this acceleration channel, momentum is shifting. So I'm looking for something that can give me a potential entry here, and that's it right there. Pull it up to this little edge that gave the 3-4 reaction down into kickback, 2 green candles right off a kickback after it hit all of the things that I wanted it to hit, and then perfect retracement. I wait for momentum. Like, I don't long too early because momentum's coming down here. It breaks it, but I know that with these acceleration channels, it's very common. I mean, the purpose of them, well, if it's a wave 3, then you're going to get one more low. So, depending but maybe this is a wave 5 already and there's not going to be one more low, but you want to be careful because there's always that, it's like 50-50, at least 50-50, if not more, that it's going to come down and make another low here. So I definitely don't want to get too excited about this backtest of it just yet. I want to wait for a little bit of something. Here, we don't have any market structure shift here yet, which is the first thing that I'd look for, is just a break in the local market structure. We don't have any of that yet. Now that we do, price comes up. It was really fast, but it came up. Didn't really give me a way to enter here or here. But I'm just pulling, I'm trying to find a local scalp pull that's going to get respect off of wherever price ends up here. And that ends up being this tiny little ledge. It literally doesn't even matter. I just want to look for a place that's getting respect on the 3-4 to give me a good retracement entry on the kickback between the 5-4 and the 3-2 retracement of that pull there. And then it gets a good reaction. This second, like I wait for the 2 green candles, but that second one right there had a big wick coming off of it too. That was really nice. I do think I may have entered just a little bit too early for my liking. Watching this in hindsight, I mean, like I got a little excited because it was really fast. I should have entered right here. This is where I should have entered, because I should have waited for there to be just a little bit of strength, even on the most local time frame here. But again, that's hindsight, and obviously the lower in time frame you go, you can't really go lower. So sometimes you don't get the most even like local kind of market structure break type of thing that you'd want. And yeah, so. But in hindsight, I could have waited. I would say that it gave me an opportunity to wait a little bit just to make sure that this wasn't going to be a little corrective move down. But it is what it is. I got my take profit there. Another $20 move, pretty solid. Cool. Let's watch that again. So price already made a pretty big move up here. Broke the local market structure on the 1 minute. And now it's having its first kind of correction. It price was contained in the channel, just like this. And like here on the 1 minute, price was contained in it. So good place for a corrective channel. Price breaks out of that corrective channel, telling you that a momentum shift could be underway. So find a good pull that's getting respect for that last high right there. Looks like it's this ledge right here. It's getting respect on the 3-4, so I'm looking at that kickback zone here, which also happens to backtest that channel after breaking it. Right? So it comes down right there. It comes right into the kickback zone, comes back up, 2, 3, working on 4 green candles in a row now, right off that level. And so I entered right there on that strength. Little aggressive, but we came down hard and we came back up hard. So it was kind of like this V-shape aggressive entry thing. It did come down and back test it one more time. I didn't know it was going to do that though. That would have given me a bit more time, but of course you don't know it's going to do that as it's happening. Cool. If I would have had extended, I mean, you can just guesstimate. If I would have had extended targets on this local pull, that would have hit the extended targets too. So. This is me caring about the screenshot more than actually monitoring my trade. But yeah, overall, pretty solid trade. I always look for something like this after a big move up that reverses the big move down. I always look for a setup. I almost like this setup more than trying to knife catch the low. I mean, I love me a good knife catch, don't get me wrong, but these are these I find these setups to be pretty simple. You just can't tell yourself that you missed the move. Like, oh, I missed all this. I mean, yeah, I caught some of this. I'm pretty sure the last trade was me catching some of this, and then I took like quick take profits and I missed all this. But you can't tell yourself that. Just like a strong reversal that's breaking the market structure. If you see a setup like this, like you got to be ready for that because they're happening like every day, multiple times a day, and they're some of the easiest setups. All right, so this was a trade where in the Discord, Larry said that pretty sure we all shorted it. That was fun. I guess we all probably had our different reasons, but this was a, I don't usually take trades off of kind of channels alone, but this one was just lining up so perfectly. So this is a base channel here. Why is it a base channel? Because it was a channel that had contained price action and then price impulse away from it. And the first tap of coming back into a base channel usually gives a reaction for another leg down. It depends if it's a 5-wave or if it's a if the correction is over and it was like part of a B of a correction, then yeah, it can be done. In this case, it was at the top. Then you got a 5-wave move out of here, but this could perhaps be like a zigzag down, or we get another 5-wave move down, or this was just a 1 of a 5, and I'm getting in on the 3 like right at the 2. So, but yeah, so we're tapping the base channel. It's the first time we are back testing that base channel, and then we had a strong reaction. I didn't just blind short it. I waited for the reaction first. Yeah, I get a worse entry, but for all I know, I could have been wrong about everything, and it could have just blasted up past through it. So I waited for that reaction, and then I entered. And it was also the backtest of this corrective channel here. So lots of reasons. We have this local pull here that I hit the 832 of, so lots of good reasons. I also saw this head and shoulders type of pattern shaping up. I don't trade patterns like that, but some people do. And you know what? If they're putting money to help me win my trade as well, why wouldn't I think about it? Like if I'm noticing a potential head and shoulders here, and there's people out there trading like that are putting money down, it's only going to help me. They're going to short, I'm going to short, we're all going to short, price is going to go down. So I got nothing bad to say about that if you can utilize something like that to help you. So another nice little trade there, really quick and easy. All right, last trade. All right, so I've drawn a corrective channel here on the 1 minute. I have a local scalp pull here that's being respected really nicely. First 706, then the 382, the kickback really nicely. So now we're at the 1, between the 1 and the 1236. And you can see all these wicks on the 1 minute, just kind of trying to hold it up here. I don't know if those are, if those are all from take profits of this scalp pull or what. I mean, that's how I use it. Obviously it's a million other things, but that's how I think of it to give me the confidence. Right? So we come down to it, and I'm not just blind longing, I'm waiting for a momentum shift. So how am I looking at a momentum shift? Well, I've drawn out, you can see price was impulsing down here, and then price stopped impulsing. When it stops impulsing, I'm drawing a corrective channel. starting at the two lows, bringing it up to the high. And then I'm looking to see how price interacts with that channel. Once price starts breaking it, then I look for a scalp pull where we're gonna be hitting a 3-4 to kickback. Same exact setup I've done a million times already today. It's just like clockwork over and over. 3-4 kickback, back test of that channel bottom, and then you start getting in. Comes down to kickback one more time, another, one more back test. The way it does this looked a lot like the last one, or the last two, where it came and back tested it one more time, and then it like shot out of it. So of course, when you're underwater and you see this, you're like, oh, I should have waited, but not everything's always perfect. There were a lot of these perfect ones today that I'm showing, but it's not always perfect. So where I got in there, that price could have just like shot up right there. I don't feel bad about it. Starting to look really nice. The way it held the back test. So I actually got in with 2 more because I really like that. But I'm gonna make sure to take those other 2 profits pretty quickly here, since I'm increasing my risk a lot by doubling up. All right, so just got 1 left here. Of course, got a screenshot. There we go. Really nice. If y'all aren't taking trades like this, then yeah, it's you really should start looking at setups like this. I mean, it's not every day that's gonna give like 5 of these setups, but if you can just get 1 of these a day, like it happens at least once a day. If you just wait for that one every day, and that can be like your highest probability trade. But yeah, just price impulses. You got some kind of corrective channel, it breaks out of it, comes down and back tests it. Find local scalp where it's 3-4 kickback, wait for it to come back test it, couple green candles like that up out of it, and then enter. Ideally you never have to be underwater. I entered a little early, of course, but sometimes maybe I would have waited like here, and then I never have to be underwater. And yeah, I mean, I prefer trading like that rather than blind longing down here and then having to wait like 20 minutes as price consolidates. I'd prefer to catch the momentum, have like a super clean reason for what my invalidation would be, which in this case would be disrespect of the kickback, right? And then it would also be getting back inside the channel after break, but anyway, that will wrap it up. It's starting to get it's really cloudy here, so the camera's starting to not see me as light. Do y'all have any questions? If not, hope you guys have a good weekend. Hope you had a good week. You can always ask me in Discord, rewatching this, if you have any questions, and then yeah, we can go over stuff if that would be helpful for you. I don't see anything, so gonna go ahead and bid y'all adieu and enjoy my own weekend. But appreciate you guys, and I'll see you next time.